You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible.
What do you make of the fact that Michael Bloomberg got hit hard, very hard by Senator Elizabeth Warren on the issue of non-disclosure agreements, and comes out today saying that if the three women will request it, he will release them. And Senator Warren was so cold where she, former contracts law professor, drew up a contract saying that all Bloomberg has to do is sign it, and that releases the women. But he's saying if they request to be released, then he'll do it.
I got to chime in on this because I am a labor and employment attorney. That is my expertise, and I've written a lot of NDAs in my time. And I've also challenged NDAs and brought cases against employers for sexual discrimination, harassment, and so forth. And the bottom line is there's absolutely nothing holding Michael Bloomberg back from releasing everybody under an NDA if he so choose. He could do it with just one assertion. If he could do it in a tweet, just like Donald Trump runs this country from tweet. He could do it in a tweet, say all NDAs are hereby rescinded, and you can say what you want. He doesn't want to do that, and there's a darn good reason he doesn't want to do that. And quite frankly, I'm surprised and somewhat bewildered that Michael Bloomberg's ace high-paid team didn't come up with a plan for how to deal with that before he got on that stage. Because I know for sure Elizabeth Warren is not the first person thinking about all the people that had beef with Michael Bloomberg, right? That's a lack of preparation. In addition to the many other topics in which he was not prepared, that particular one seems really troubling. Everybody knew stop and frisk was going to be brought up the other night. Everybody knew that. And if you gave me $2, I would say, hey, Michael Bloomberg, there's an easy answer to this. Just say that you did it to save black people who were getting shot, because it wasn't the people on the Upper West Side that were getting shot. It was young black boys. Maybe that was your reason. He couldn't even come up with that. I don't get paid to be a political consultant. There are people who do, who got paid a lot by him to give him advice, and they let him down.
Michael Bloomberg is a throwback to the 1930s and 40s New York-style racism. That's what this is, okay? The idea that he would sit and seriously argue that all the blacks are committing the crimes in New York, it's completely ridiculous. Actually, New York is at a, I think, 40-year low.
But one second. But I'm asking about the NDAs.
Yeah, let's talk about the NDAs. So he had his
One second. What role will you think this is going to play to female voters in the states moving forward?
Well, the same female voters, white female voters who voted 53% for Donald Trump, who has 23 allegations. Who knows? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Michael Bloomberg had a lot of employees sign an NDA before they even started employment. The very fact that we're even having this discussion about Michael Bloomberg or any of the candidates is prohibitive. I mean, it should be disqualifying that we're even talking about, you know, the fact that we have to have one of the candidates releasing people from an NDA. I mean, like that. So it's, and he's not given any good explanation for this. So to me, he's a PR machine because, of course, he's a billionaire businessman and not a public servant. So he's not really interested in anything other than having a Friday night news, you know, dump on this issue and maybe escaping it in the next debate, which he will not escape in the next debate. But he thinks, like most businessmen who run for public office, he thinks that he can PR his way out of it, or he can spin his way out of it. And the problem, of course, with that is we've already got somebody in office right now who is a big dummy, really, who kind of sort of snuck in there because Hillary Clinton's team messed up. And even though I think Michael Bloomberg is certainly smarter than Donald Trump, but then again, who isn't? There's still that problem of thinking not about public service and not about, you know, what this is from a policy standpoint or anything like that, but just sort of thinking about how can I easily get out of this problem? You know, how can I PR my way out of this problem? In fact, he was too stupid to come up with basic talking points the other night at the debate is problematic, because what that tells me is, as somebody who's consulted a few politicians, you don't listen to your consultants. There had to be somebody in there in Michael Bloomberg land that said, look, this is going to come up, sir. You need to have an answer. He didn't listen to those people, and he crashed and burned.
Well, and it's not just a couple. I would say it's not just a couple. allegations. There are like 40, and these 3 NDAs do nothing.
Right.
And even his claim that these NDAs protect these women in these cases, that they wanted the NDAs, that it's about protecting them, is specious at best. Everybody knew that was a lie. This is about covering his butt and making it appear that he is not the horrible human being he is. And the fact that he talks about 3 of 40 allegations, which is a 13th of the allegations out there, and he'll release these 3, makes me wonder, well, why not the other 20 or 37 of these? Like, this is doing nothing, and you don't get any special cookies or kudos for doing the right thing.
Got it.
But I do want to make
All right,
one.
folks. Scott, real quick.
I just want to make one last point, because you brought up Russia and it's playing in this game. As much as I hope and pray that Michael Bloomberg is not our nominee, the one thing I do feel confident is that Michael Bloomberg is not beholden to Russia. And there are reasons, and he actually has a fairly decent track record when it comes to gun control. He has funded a lot of really good projects out there in that space, and he actually believes in climate change and climate science. So if it does, God help us, come down to those 2, I think it's absolutely clear we all stand with Michael Bloomberg, even if we don't want to, because lots of times in our history we've had to do things we don't want to do. But we actually have so much better choices, and I hope to see the greater populace start to galvanize around Elizabeth Warren, because if she had a Y chromosome, we wouldn't even be talking about all of this, given her talent and her experience.
But I keep trying to tell everybody, only 2 damn states have voted, and first of all, only 1 really didn't vote. So, I mean, that's why I keep saying March 4th. March 4th is when we can actually make a real determination of what's going on. By March 4th, 19 states will have voted. Now you can actually say, okay, there are 31 left. Now, how do we move forward? The problem is all these people running around because 2 lily white states voted, and really only 170,000 voted in Iowa. Hell, is more black people who live on the south side of Chicago than the whole damn state of Iowa. So that's what I keep saying. All these people who are like, okay, it could be this person. Look, you can't get to November unless you get to the convention. And you don't get to the convention as a nominee in February. You simply don't.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment. Are you looking to enhance your leadership or that of your team in 2020? Join our newest online course and mastermind group, How Successful People Think. Dr. Jackie Hood Martin will be your guide as you learn timeless leadership principles to apply to daily living. The offer expires February 28th. To register or start the online course, go to www.live2lead.com/Leesburg, www.live2lead.com/Leesburg. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video. You want to check out Roland Martin Unfiltered? YouTube.com/Roland S. Martin. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real. It's Roland Martin Unfiltered. See that name right there? Roland Martin Unfiltered. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. And don't forget to turn on your notifications so when we go live, you'll know it.